Alright, we should be live. So let me know how the camera quality is, as well as the mic. Let's see. Are we live? Let me check with chat. Sweet. Okay. Let me know. I'm playing some of Man Karate's music in the background. So let me know if the music is too loud and I can turn it down. Hey, what's up? Newegg Studios is in here. Alright, so we're still a little bit early. I told people I would start at 5. And I know Greg is also doing a similar stream. So people are probably going to be watching him at the same time. I don't know when he's going to end though. So hopefully some people hop on over here because there's some overlap. But what's up everybody? So music quality or music levels are good. And mic levels are good. Let's see. Okay, so how's everybody doing? Also, as we go through the stream, let me know what you're looking for specifically and we can see what we can find. There are a lot of items on sale right now, and I have a couple off the bat that I do want to go over when we start. Like RAM and SSDs. It's gonna be RAMs and SSDs galore today. So you looking for rice cookers, Pika Wubs? Ooh, I'm not sure if any of those are on sale, but we'll see. Camping the Time Lost Proto Drake. Dude, I still have not been able to get that thing. There used to be a way where people shared it, where you would zone in to the same, I guess, group or shard. I'm not sure if they took that away though, but I don't have that mount yet. Okay. Do you think a PC with GTX 950 and i5 6400 and a 120Hz monitor is worth 280? So 950 is not worth that much. I'd pay like 30 or 40 bucks for that. The 6400, I'd also only pay like 60 for it. That monitor, depending on like the size and brand. But if it's a full PC for 280 with that monitor, you can swap out that graphics card. 280 seems like pretty reasonable. Okay. Hey, thanks for the donation, Big Shot Bob 7. Or if that's the salute sign. Okay, so I'm just reading chat right now. I'm gonna switch. So I do have this boom. So we'll go over the deals in this window. But until 5 p.m., I'm just hanging out waiting for people to come in so I can kind of go over everything and not have to repeat it. I don't have Discord. Oh, I have a Discord account, but I don't run my own server. I never really got into the whole Discord thing. So I just hop into whatever server that my buddies use. What's up? What's up? Shout out from New Zealand. Hey, what's up, Teeny? What time is it in New Zealand right now? It is... Oh, it's noon there. Okay. So it's not like you're staying up crazy late. Hey, what's up, Joshua Harris? Thanks for the $2 donation. The first video I watched of you was you giving the Craigslist guy a free PC. So you're a new subscriber. Welcome, Yukashi. That was such a fun video to do. And I do have similar things in store for the future. So, yeah. I'm excited to do that. We've got a couple more minutes before we officially start. So I'm just answering questions and hanging out with everybody. Let me know if you guys have bought anything big in the chat. I'm just curious because Prime Day has been going on and the Fantastic sales have been going on since Monday. And basically every other store has been trying to compete during this week to like lower all their prices and give good sales. So I can imagine a lot of people have bought a lot of things. I haven't bought too many things yet. I'm going to be filling up a wish list and my shopping cart today, and I'll probably be buying a couple of things since we do have some nice new hardware that has recently been released. But let's see. Yeah, so Stefano, you said that, so you have a 3700X and a 1080 Ti, so you're not looking for anything. MX Browns need a couple of switches. Oh, you got a free keyboard, Nate? Nice. Where did you pick that up from? Was it like Craigslist, Let Go, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari? I'm watching while back is trying to recover. Well, what'd you do to your back, Spring? Yes. Team Force Delta DDR4 3000 megahertz. RGB is around 60 bucks. Okay, so it's 5 p.m. Let's get the stream started. So I'm teaming up with Newegg on this stream. So they're having their Fantastic sale right now, which basically competes with Amazon Prime. But just because I'm teaming up with them does not mean that I'm going to bias or skew my opinions towards them. We are going to be cross-checking some prices just to make sure. The most important thing at the end of the day is to get you guys the best deals. So I'm not going to tell you to buy something from a website that charges more than another. So we will be cross-referencing deals, but I know Newegg does have a lot of stuff that is beating Amazon right now. But remind me to cross-check every once in a while just to make sure, okay? And you'll see in the description, not the description, what am I saying? So let me switch the screen here. And I did set up a shopping, or a wish list rather, not a shopping cart. But I did set up a wish list that I will be adding to just because I know links get lost in the chat. So items that I put on this wish list are things that I would recommend and things that I'll probably end up adding to my cart and buying after the sale so that you guys don't see my credit card number. But other than that, let's get started. So let's see. First deal I want to pull up actually is, I was looking at this one earlier and we can look at the Team Group one later. But so this is some Gil Super Luce, I don't know how to pronounce that. But RGB RAM that works with Asus R Sync, so that's their proprietary software through their motherboards. So you're looking at 16 gigabytes across 2 modules for 62 bucks. It's on sale right now. So I'm gonna add this to my wish list. I'm gonna add on that right there. So now when you check the wish list, it should be there. So let's check that out right now. And hey, that didn't work. What's going on here? I'm gonna link that in chat just so that you guys can see it, but we're trying to test the system right here. It's not working. Cast latency is CL16. So unless it's really high quality RAM or like B-die, what you'll normally see is as you go higher in frequency, cast latency does increase, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I know Crucial wrote an article, and I'll see if I can find it, but Crucial cast latency. Speed versus cast latency. So they wrote this. Okay, so take a read, do this. If, oh, it's not gonna fit. We're gonna have to go to Bitly with this. But this is a very interesting article. Because I know a lot of times when you talk about RAM speed, everyone's always asking about cast latency. And for 99% of the people out there, you want to prioritize getting higher frequency. If you know you are someone who requires lower cast latency, you probably aren't going to be looking at these budget sticks anyways. So check out the link that I just sent in the Bitly if you want to read more about that. But hey, what's up? Toasty Bros are here, and I see JD Tech Gears here as well. What's up? If you guys didn't know, I'm part of a group that call ourselves the Tech Fam, and you guys have seen us collaborate on a lot of videos together, such as like Tech Vengers, and we did a Christmas Secret Santa gift exchange. So you've probably seen me interact and do videos with a lot of the people in this group called the Tech Fam. So they're here supporting the stream. Thank you all for being here. We're just going through and checking out different deals, but so this doesn't work. I added it to my wish list. Come on now. There it is. Now it showed up. And it's showing up at 123 bucks. So make sure you get the sale price on that, because it looks like there's a disconnect between the Fantastic sale and when it's in my wish list. Let's see. So someone else mentioned Team Group Delta. Let me know if my keyboard is too loud too. I'm trying to be So I'm talking into the mic right here. So I try to put the keyboard behind it. But I just have a loud keyboard, so where is it? Let me see if I can find it. See if I can find it through here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so this one is actually $2 cheaper. I actually use this kit in black in my system right now. Let me see if I can show you without messing up my camera view too much. But this is the kit that I'm actually using right now. Oh, you get to see my room, but there they are. If I can get it to focus. But yeah. So I think these kits actually look really nice in terms of if you care about aesthetic, like compared to the DEALZ ones, I think these ones look better. I like the shape when it's more like rectangular and has less like eccentricities and things like that. But I'm gonna add this to my wish list too, because I would definitely recommend this. $60 for 16 gigabytes of RAM. We're at the lowest price we've seen RAM in the last, I think since like DDR4 became pretty much standard. Because what we saw in 2016, we did have really low prices, but we weren't seeing frequencies this high. Back then it was 2133 megahertz and non-RGB. $60 was like the low price. But now we got higher frequency, we got beautiful RGB, and you're paying 60. I know Brian from Tech Yes City did do a video that he's thinking that the RAM prices might go up again. So I might pick up some RAM just to have on hand in case RAM prices do go up again, because I do build enough systems where I would like to have a stock and not have to deal with price hikes again if they do happen. Can you control the RGB on these RAM modules? Yes, I can. So my motherboard is the MSI Mortar, and it has the MSI Mystic Sync, and I am able to control the RAM, like the colors. So everyone says there is 2 sets of RAM in your cart. In my cart or my wish list? Let me see. Let me check my wish list again. Wish list. Okay. What is my wish list link? This isn't my cart, by the way, guys. This is... Okay, yeah. So this is, again, this is just a wish list. This is items I would recommend. So there are duplicates of like similar products, but I'm not going to buy all of these. I'm just adding it here for reference for people to go see what I'm recommending during the sale. And yeah, if you click on the DEALZ RAM, it does go down to $62. So ignore the $123 right here. Okay. Nerfcraft downloaded 16 gigabytes of DDR4 for $20. That is a great price to download it at. What a steal. In turn, giving high clock speeds. The Crucial Micron E die. Let's look that up. Is it the ballistics? I'm not seeing anything on sale, but we might get to it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from that quick search. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to just the main page. So we have a 2400G, so this is with the Vega 11 graphics in it. And okay, can anyone... I haven't looked into the Xbox Game Pass, but that's gotta have some value to it, right? So they say it's valued at $30, but let's see what this thing really has in it. See, what I don't understand is on the PC, what do you get from this? This coupon for 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. They don't really give much information. Is this just like you get to play games for 3 months? It's like a membership instead of buying games. It's like a cheaper way to play so that you don't really own it. Game Pass is pretty good. Yeah, so people are saying Xbox Game Pass is pretty good, but I want to know what it is. What is? because if that's actually valued at 30 bucks, then that effectively lowers this to 70 for a decent processor that does have integrated graphics in it already that you could always pop out later if you want to upgrade. But it's a membership, so you can download games they offer, but you have to have the membership active, right? So okay, on PC it's $5 a month, so is this giving you like 6 months worth? I gotta check it again. It gives you 3 months worth, so they're valuing it at about $10 a piece. Either way, I know that Gen 3 Ryzen came out, but how much is a 2200G? $80. I could see these still being kind of worth it if you just cannot afford a graphics card. You do this temporarily and then you sell it off later at like $60, and you essentially rented the CPU or the APU rather for like $20 for however long you use it for. So I think that this one is probably the better value, just because you are getting the 4-core 8 threads. I'm gonna add this to the wish list. See, the good thing about newer products coming out is that the old products don't get obsolete, they just get cheaper. It's not like this. I'm gonna talk about this in an upcoming video, but newer things coming out does not just make everything prior to it obsolete. Like, you don't always have to jump on the newest thing, especially if you're on a lower budget. It makes more sense to get the 1 or 2 generation older products that are still viable and have taken a massive price decrease. So let's look at the 3200G. That's a good point. Dang. Okay. So 4-core, but this is so this is $100 as well. Now, if you were to ask me which one I would get between the two, I would get the 3200G. I'm gonna pick this up after the sale, I think, because I don't have one yet, and I've only played with the 2200G, so it'd be nice to have this one in comparison to it. All right, I need to re-chat a bit too. So, oh, that's why. I see. Sorry. So my wish list. That's what you meant. Okay. And let me update that. How do I do that? I can't do that on here. I gotta do it from my own. Let's see. Don't want to see that. Okay, let me update that. I don't know why my password wasn't there. Okay, we're gonna down that. There we go. Update. Thank you for oh, that's Newegg Studios pointing that out. This is how newbie I am right now, and how flustered I am because it's been so long since I've streamed. But good looking out, Newegg Studios. Okay, so 3200G. What was the actual release price on this? Was it $100? Yeah, it was. But man, this is new stuff. It's not gonna take a price drop. But I think this is still good value at what they set the MSRP at. Okay, here we go. Anyone looking for a gaming laptop by chance? Thanks, Newegg Studios. It's like, I'm so nervous because you're also watching right now, and I'm on your website looking for deals. But Asus Tough gaming laptop. 600 is pretty cheap, but if it's only sporting, oh, is this the 1060 model, dude? No, it's a 1050 model. Never mind, they don't have the 1060s. 1050 Ti. It's a little bit pricey. I think you should be able to get like a 1060 laptop for around $700. And I wouldn't go down to the 1050 since you're not gonna be able to upgrade it. Okay, what else are we looking at? 1660 i7 9700K. I'm not sure if anyone actually looking for Intel products right now. It seems like most of the focus is on the new Ryzen 7s and 5s. But my book, 10 terabytes. I'm running out of storage, so let me see this. Let me do the calculations. So 10 terabytes. Extra savings with the promo code. What are the extra savings though? I'm gonna have to add it to cart and use this code. Bam. What is this gonna go down to? So 209 down to... Did it not work? Oh, minus 50 bucks. Okay. So 50 bucks. Okay, so this is 150. That's $15 a terabyte. This is pretty cheap. I might actually get this for myself because I don't have any drive this large. I've got a handful of 3 terabyte drives, and it just gets annoying having to move things around and, you know, transfer them when things get full. So with this, I can just drop everything on it and not have to worry about rearranging it. We'll see if there's anything else around the same capacity later, but just looking at this right now for 150, this is looking like a pretty good buy. Okay. Yeah, 15 bucks a terabyte. That's really cheap, especially since it's coming with the enclosure too. It's really hard to find 1 terabyte just internal drives for less than like 30 bucks. So this is pretty good, and I'm interested. Okay, here we go. Some more RAM. So Corsair Vengeance. So this is still same cast latency as the 2 that we saw before. This is 10 bucks more. So I'm curious. Would you guys buy this one based on aesthetics alone? Because all the other specs, frequency, the timing, I think is the same. The only difference is brand and aesthetics. Would you buy this over the Team Group and the Gale ones for another $10? This is 70 right now. Man, these do look pretty cool, don't they? Okay, let me pull up the Team Group ones again. Whoops, what am I doing? Where is it? It's up here. Okay, we gotta compare side by side. So this one, imagine this one's black, right? Because I know the white is makes it look different, but imagine the same color scheme. What do you guys prefer, the T-Force or the Vengeance? No, dude, you guys, this one is 60 bucks and it also has RGB. So it's not about the RGB, it's not about the timing, even though the timing looks slightly different, the stock timings anyway. But cast latency, frequency, it's the same, and capacity, 16 gigs. Which one aesthetically do you guys like more? Yeah, there's a black version, but it's not on here right now, so I'm guessing it's not on sale. That's what the black version looks like right there. Let's see if I can find it. I'm just gonna put this in the search. See, that one's not on sale. That one is 96 bucks. So that's why we can't compare side by side. This would be a more side by side comparison right here. But since this one's on sale, we have to look at this. Corsair, wow, people like the Corsair. I'm probably 50-50. I do have these T-Force ones, but you know what the Corsair ones remind me of? It kind of looks like the Toasty Bros bread logo, like a pixelated bread shape, because it kind of comes out and has like the Mickey Mouse ears, which I'm not saying that's like something that doesn't look good, because I love the Toasty Bros, their avatar, but that's just what it reminds me of. And then this one has more diagonal lines, I guess, so maybe that's why it's my preference. It looks as if RAM would ever be aerodynamic. I would like this one just because it looks more like, it reminds me of like a fighter plane or something, right? Like the B-2 Spirit or something. So Corsair looks sleek and less gamery, that is true. Okay, but let's see. Whoa, someone said they were sent here by Science Studio. So Greg, I'm not sure if you're watching this right now because you just had a long stream. If you did send people over here, thank you for the raid or for the recommendation. Oh, he is here! Greg is in the chat, guys. Oh. What's up, Greg? Welcome, and thank you for the raid. Okay, so we're done with the RAM talk, right? Thanks, Greg. All right, so we're done with the RAM. Okay, here we go. RX 570. Does this have a game code? So it's the power color, or not power? Yeah, Red Dragon RX 570. 120 bucks. So you know, I recently bought some refurbished or reused mining cards. So if you buy used, obviously graphics cards are where you could save probably the most money if you look in the used market. But a lot of what we're seeing, especially with the RX cards right now, are coming from mining rigs, which I don't know what people's comfort levels are. I'm comfortable with buying used mining cards because I think the people take care of them. But regardless, if you're looking for a graphics card right now, the 570 right here, so you get an additional 10 bucks off, so it brings it down to 120, and you get the Game Pass, depending on how much you value that. So that could push it down under 100 bucks. I would say if you're into only buying new components just because you're not comfortable with the used market, I think this is probably going to be one of the cheapest options that you will have right now to buy a graphics card. So I'm going to add this to the wish list, but we'll see what we find later. So we're going to continue shopping. Is it almost the same list as Greg? Well, if he also went through the front page, then hey, that's a good thing, right? Great minds think alike if we're adding the same items to the list. So okay, yeah, so adding this to the list. I love the RX cards. I think I've used them more than the GTX 1000 series in all the builds I've made up to this point. So they're usually cheaper, and people they've hit the used market a lot in higher numbers because of mining and their higher VRAM. So is anyone looking for a 2 terabyte NVMe? Is this NVMe? It's M.2. It's not NVMe, it looks like. It's the QLC. I made a video recently about QLC NAND. 200 bucks for this. I think it scales down though. If you get a terabyte, you should be spending around 100 bucks. So let's see. I'm gonna see. I'm not sure if many people out there are looking to spend 200 bucks on a 2 terabyte SSD. I think 1 terabyte and below is more of especially people who watch my content. If you're on a lower budget or more conscious about how much you're spending, 2 terabytes is a little bit much. It might be out of our range, so I'm not gonna add that. But we'll see if we can find any lower priced SSDs. Okay, let's see. So we have some Z390 motherboards. Yeah, we're not gonna look at that. B450 plus gaming AM4. Okay, so if you're looking for one of the newer Ryzen processors, this may be a good motherboard. Let me take a look at the VRMs. 70 bucks. I think that's pretty standard. Unfortunately, B450s aren't as cheap as B350s were when they released. I remember those were normally hitting 50 to 60 bucks. I would want more time to look at more in-depth reviews for this one rather. But for 70 bucks, I'm gonna add it to the list for now, and I'm gonna go back and take a look at it. This motherboard doesn't pop out as an amazing deal, but I have a feeling we're not going to see a lot of cheap B450 motherboards. They just haven't taken a price reduction just yet, and they're pretty useful for the current the recently released Ryzen processors. So I don't know if we will see them get super cheap anytime soon. Oh, the Cooler Master case. Okay, I need to focus on chat as well. So people are looking for a 500 gigabyte M.2. The deal is to find 2 terabyte SSDs for under 170. Okay, we will try to find that. Let's see if we can just find it right now. Wow, that's not what I wanted to find. A 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. Let's see what the lowest one is. We're gonna sort by lowest price. My favorite feature of any website. Okay. 5. Okay, that's not it. 500 gigs, 1 terabyte. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to find that, unfortunately. See if we can find the M.2 one. So we get to the 100. Yeah, so there's a kind of a big price disparity between 1 to the 2 terabyte. There's nothing below 194, so, or 195. Yeah, let's see. Black Friday is how many months away? About 4.5 months. So, is Newegg Studio still up in here? I'm just curious what their opinion is and what they would say regarding their Black Friday sales versus their Fantastic sale. Because I don't know off the top of my head which one had lower prices. Okay, yeah, so Newegg Studios, if you could weigh in, because some other people did mention Black Friday. What would you guys say is the bigger sale? Or what do you guys think you discount more items on? During this sale or Black Friday? It's really similar, which is a good thing, because that means that you can get similar to Black Friday prices right now. Even if Black Friday was cheaper, you gotta ask yourself, are you gonna wait 4.5 months to save like $5 or $10, right? So it's, I like that answer. Because people gotta have their stuff now. We live in an instant glorification world, or instant, what is that word? We want our stuff now. Black Friday has more deals. Well, let's get through this. Let's get through more of this and see if that's true. 2080 RTX 2080 for $650. That is too rich for my blood, unfortunately. How much is their 3400G? Okay, so we got $150. Let me look up. And it comes with that Game Pass again. And that is, look, it looks like that is their MSRP. So no sale on this, but it is in stock and I believe pretty good value. So add it to the wish list. Gratification, there it is. Thank you. Instant gratification. Not glorification. What am I saying? Okay. What is this deal? I'm curious. So you would get an APU and the 5700, but there's no replacement. There's no like equivalent without the integrated graphics, right? For like a Ryzen, what would this one be? Yeah, there's no equivalent of this without the integrated graphics. So I guess that's why this is a deal. But some people might complain and be like, you're wasting money buying an APU if you already know you're gonna have a graphics card. Please, wait, Adrian, what are you looking for? 500 gigabyte what? I may have missed your initial question. A 500 gigabyte something. If it's an SSD, I'm pretty sure we can find something pretty easily. So right now I'm just kind of going through their front page. If anyone is... Oh, what is this RAM? Wow, this... I wonder what... That... The height on the side. I wonder if that would have any clearance issues or how much higher that is than other RAM. This looks very fancy. This looks like a transformer. SSD. Okay, I'll help you look for SSD in a second. Wow. So this one's 65 bucks. This is 3200. Okay, so you're guaranteed 200 more megahertz on frequency, same cast latency for 5 more bucks. I'm curious what everyone would do. I would personally just get. I'm happy. I'm using 3000 megahertz right now. I don't think I would see that much benefit. So $5 over 60 is about like 8% ish, 8 to 9%. So you're paying 8 to 9% more for. I don't know if I would consider you would get that much of a performance boost in terms of like if you looked at average FPS or something like that. So would people pay? I'm curious what everyone's opinion is on paying like 10% more for 200 more megahertz. That's the best deal on RAM. Oh yeah, and power supplies too. Hey, what's up, Zach? What up, what up? Welcome to the stream. So, someone asked to look for SSD. So we're gonna shop. Did you want like anything specific? 2.5 versus M.2 or NVMe? Adrian? The new Ryzens need that. I haven't seen... I need to look up videos, I guess, of the people doing the most extreme 2133 megahertz versus like 3400 or something like that, just to see what the performance difference is with that much of a gap. Then you can probably interpolate what the difference between 3000 to 3200 to a certain degree of accuracy. And then okay, you look at for speakers as well, but where'd Adrian go? I'm not sure what kind of SSDs he's looking for, but we're gonna look for. My opinion is if you are gonna get if you're not gonna get a 2.5, might as well get an NVMe, which I guess they don't have that as a category here. Oh no, here it is, M.2 PCIe. Okay, so let's look at what we got for the cheapest stuff. So 2.5-inch drives. Ooh, I would probably recommend only getting 250 and above. Okay, let me sort this real quick. And then for this one, how come there's just not I want to include the 240s. Okay. So around 250 gigabytes you use under 30. That's from King DN though. They're not too well known of a brand. So they might be a little dodgy in terms of reliability. So let's see, let's go. So Silicon Power, here we go. So 33 bucks, and Team Group has their low end one as well for the same price. Samsung or Western Digital Black if you don't want Meltdown. There are a lot of other reputable brands than just those two. Okay, the Aegis RAM. I'll pull that up in a second. So, oh, you can get the T-Force Deltas for just $2 more. Dude, that's pretty cheap. I'm gonna add this one and the Silicon Power to the cart, or to the wish list rather. I might have enough parts to put together a full build by the end of this stream. We do need to look for power supplies and other things, but now we look at the NVMe drives. Yeah, so prices between NVMe and SATA is about $5, or I guess like $2 or $3. This is a Patriot one. So let's open a couple of these and see what their read writes are. Okay, so the Patriot and the HP ones are the cheapest. They're a little bit slower though. Their read and write are below 2000 megabytes per second. Let me see this one. And that usually scales with the capacity. I saw that in the Crucial P1 as well. In this SSD, the 1 terabyte version is faster. So, oh, here we go. So, I would get this one just based on the read and write. Yeah, I'm gonna add this one to cart. So if you look for NVMe SSD, get this one. If not, grab the other one I added, the 2.5 inch. Okay. Okay. The SSDs run hot, but I thought I saw... You're right, Nate. The SSDs do run hot, but I thought I saw a video where it wasn't as big of an issue as Jay made it seem. I can't remember the exact details or the conclusion of it. But if you could remind me, that would be great. Okay. I have such bad memory. What else are we looking for? We are looking for a power supply. So we're gonna see what... Oh, and the Aegis. Aegis? I think it's Aegis. Just Aegis RAM. It should be the first thing that pops up. 16 gigabytes. Where you at? Where you at? You're killing me here. Lowest price. Okay, so 8 gigabytes is 32 bucks. 8 gigabytes, 32. Where are you? 16 gigabytes. Oh, $53. Yeah, we're gonna add this to cart for the people who don't like RGB and don't want to pay more for it. But let's see. So it's roughly the same timings as the T-Force Cast Latency 16. Yeah, so I've actually used these before. I'm curious how much you could overclock these. It doesn't look like they have... See, I can't tell if that's just... That's not like a big heat spreader. But in terms of if you want to overclock this and overbolt it... Yeah, Zach, I'm pretty close. I'm trying not to look at the number day by day just because... I've tried to stop looking at subscriber numbers at this point and just make content and be happy with the viewers I do have. But thank you. Yeah, it's just a sticker. Well, I think it's a little bit more than a sticker, right? It's one of those like metallic stickers. So it does have some ability to transfer some heat. I think anyways. I don't have a set of these in front of me, but usually these are the metallic stickers, I think. Similar to what they usually give you for NVMe drives to put on top of the surface. Oh, it's a plastic sticker? Okay. Does it say here? Built for quality. Well, if it's a plastic sticker, then it's kind of useless, so. But at least you're guaranteed the frequency. And if you have adequate cooling in front and behind your RAM, you should be good. Okay, power supplies. Let me close the door real quick. Someone just came home. You guys probably heard that ding, 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 ding. I'm not sure if it's the GF or her sister, but... Yeah, you could add heat spreaders. But then you're spending more money on that. You can just get the slightly better kit with the heat spreaders already on there and not have to deal with that. Okay. So, oh, not server power supplies. No, don't go there. All right. So we're gonna look between 500 to 700. I think that's a pretty safe like envelope of power supplies. That we're gonna go by lowest price, and we're gonna see so much. Yeah. So we're gonna skip past these until we start seeing. This Raid Max, but I'm just gonna take a look at it. It has so many good reviews. Is this like a really old unit? Yeah. So for power supplies, guys, do not just go on Newegg and look at these eggs. Check multiple sources. Check the guys who actually do in-depth testing of power supplies. A lot of these Newegg reviews, it could be from people who just got a power supply that works and they leave it a 5 egg, right? So you want to do your homework, look up this specific model, see if any of the big like 4 or 5 reviewers have reviewed it and see what their take is on it. So this one, I'm curious. Here, I'll show you an example of how I would go about this. Since you put in that and put review after it, and Tom's Hardware overclockers. So it looks like there's discussions on them on forums, but I'm not seeing any reviews on it, like specific ones. But sometimes, if there's people in the forums who are hobbyists, like super enthusiast level testers, they may not have a website of their own, but they could input or give their input here. So let's see. Raid Max is the bottom tier PSU, so you'll learn that from this right here. Yeah, so there's not much information on that, so I would pass on it even though it's pretty cheap and keep on moving along. So what the Seasonic, I think I've seen a lot of people post on this. I'm not sure if this is the revised version, because I think people had issues with this because the older ones had like group regulation, as well as it just wasn't up to par to like 2019 standards. So some of these reputable brands, their power supplies were really good like 10 years ago, and you could buy them, but they don't have all the new standards and like protections built in to what new power supplies built today have. So this one, even though it's Seasonic, let's take a look, because we might see that this one was actually released like 10 years ago. I wonder if Johnny Guru did a review on this. Come on, Johnny, did you do something? Yeah, so it looks like people are saying there haven't been any teardowns. So honestly, if you're not building like a super high-end system that's pushing all the wattage, and you're not doing like a bunch of overclocking and stuff, this will be fine. But once you start getting into higher end hardware, and you're using up the full capacity or the full wattage rating, then be more wary and look deeper into reviews. So I'll add this one to the cart because I am curious. I'm gonna go look later. Hey, Tech Teardown, thank you for the donation, man. Keep up the hard work. You're inspirational. You're inspirational. I give the Keanu Reeves response. But thanks for the donation, man. Yes, EVGA B stock on Wednesdays, which would be tomorrow. You could get a used B stock 600 watt white label EVGA power supply for 20 bucks. They usually sell out pretty quick, so you gotta be on top of it. But that's been my go-to for a while if I'm building a lower end system. As I start to build more expensive systems, I try to get newer power supplies to put in them, just because if you buy a power supply, especially something with like a 5 to 10 year warranty, you just don't have to worry about it for the longest time. I usually use those B stock power supplies in my like 500 bucks and lower systems. But if you get any higher than that, then start considering a new power supply so you don't have to worry about your computer potentially crapping out. Even if it's within that 1 year warranty, the pain that you have to go through of sending in the power supply and waiting on the RMA, you'll be out of a computer for, however long. So something to consider. There's pros and cons to buying used and refurbished, right? Okay. Let's see. Hey, what's up? Hey, Coalition, welcome to the stream. If you were here earlier, I'm sorry I missed you, but I'm kind of going back and forth a ton. So power supplies, the Seasonic is like the only thing, which if you saw, it was, how much after rebate? It was 25 bucks after a $15 rebate. And I've done Seasonic rebates, I've gotten them back. They may take like a month or two, but 25 bucks, okay. I forgot to mention this. Yeah, I would definitely add this to my wish list, and recommend this. Power supplies, we're in a weird spot right now. Almost all parts Like CPUs are pretty cheap, GPUs relatively cheap, RAM SSDs dirt cheap. You got a ton of cheap cases now. Motherboards are decently priced. I feel like power supplies have not, they've like gone up since like 2 years ago. We used to be able to find tons of mail-in rebate deals and tons of power supplies from like EVGA and Corsair for under 40 bucks, around the 500 to 600 watt range. And now we're like struggling to find anything except from these other kind of sketchier brands. Game DEALZ, interesting. They don't have any reviews out. I think they're kind of new to the power supply game, so I would want to, before recommending this, I would definitely need to look into it more. Yes, Nitrosity, I do remember you. Yes, let's see. I haven't been able, or I haven't even been checking the stream health. 195. Okay, I wanna pause real quick to one, take a drink of water, because I've been talking this whole time without drinking much. But I also wanted to pause to say thanks again to Newegg for partnering with me to do this stream, as well as all of you guys here who came to watch. I've never had this many streamer or people watching me stream before. We're almost at 200, so thank you for that. Hopefully I'm doing a decent job, and I do miss streaming. This is actually really fun, just going off the cuff instead of like a whole prepared video. So I hope you guys are just enjoying hanging out with me live and like the live interaction. So yes, so if you guys haven't where's that reminder to drink water? So I came across this Twitter account recently. If you guys need reminders to drink water on Twitter, this is a pretty funny account that it cusses a little bit, but it's pretty funny. Yeah, it just tells you to drink water. So I need to keep drinking water to make sure my voice doesn't get all raspy. But yeah, so for power supply, whoever was asking, if you're good with 500 watts, that Seasonic one with the mail-in rebate would be what I recommend. We're not seeing too much else. I guess we could go for a higher wattage rather. What am I doing? The FANTASTECH might have like, is it broken down by groups? Yeah, see, I'm totally noobing it up right now. Okay. Where's Newegg at? You guys gotta whip me into shape. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. 20 bucks. Okay, so Seasonic's S12 line rather, they're all really cheap. So 20 bucks after rebate, 25 bucks after rebate for like 450 and 500 watt. Corsair Vengeance. So you see the big price jump. So for the after rebate, it's 25 to 45. It almost doubled to get anything higher than 500 watts. So that's what I was talking about with the kind of crappy power supply pricing we have right now. But hey Danny, do you smoke marijuana? I don't want to answer that on stream, and it's not because my answer is yes or no. One, I want to kind of keep it a mystery, but yeah, I'm not gonna answer that on stream. But it doesn't mean that I do. I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see. Wait. We answer. This is a family-friendly stream, even though once it becomes fully legalized across the country, then the standards will change, right? It's like how we can talk about alcohol and cigarettes freely, and those things you could argue are way more unhealthy than marijuana, but that's just, you know, some of my opinions or facts. Okay, let's see. Thermaltake 650 watt is 40 bucks. Here we go. There's only bronze certified. Oh, is this one fully modular or semi-modular? Okay, so only the 24 pin is already connected. 40 bucks. for 600. Is this the best we can do from this page? Let me look at what the other rebates are offering. It's looking like that is. So you got the Master Watt 650, which I'm using I'm using like the 500 watt one, but this is 55 bucks. So if you needed a power supply right now, brand new, the Thermaltake one and the Seasonic one, I think, is what I'm gonna add to the wish list. Okay, so I think we're good on power supply. Hopefully, was anyone looking for anything else specifically before I went back to browsing? Hey, Ozzy's here. What's up, man? I got a haircut yesterday just for you, Ozzy. Not for everybody else on the stream. I got it for you because I knew you were gonna watch at least 1 second of it. So, fresh cut for you. Everyone say hello to Oztalks Hardware. If you guys haven't, if you haven't subscribed to the rest of the tech fam, which includes me, Coalition Gaming, JD Tech Gear, Oztalks Hardware, Toasty Bros, Kryptonic HD, who are in this chat right now, check out their content and subscribe to them. Just a quick plug because they're supporting the stream and I want to support them in return. But I think everybody here knows Ozzy. He has like more than twice as my subscribers. And we do the same content. So I'm sure there's like all my subscribers also watch him. So show him love. Okay. Where's the fantastic deal? Here we go. Okay, so what category haven't we looked at yet? Let's look at the processors just to see what we can get. Zach Stecturf! How did I forget? Zach, I was just watching your stream the other day. I forgot. I'm totally sorry. Yes, Zach as well. So CPU coolers, cool. Oh, let's look at CPU coolers. I love them because they're usually pretty cheap, and I just like how much like material there is there when you're holding it. Like it's just a big chunk of metal. Let's see. Unfortunately, oh, Deepcool GAMX 400. If anyone's looking for like Hyper 212 similar-ish performance for really cheap, the GAMX 400 is a highly recommended one. I'm just gonna add this to the list. I think this is their, isn't this a normal price? It might just be 25 regularly, but this is one that I'm gonna start using now that CryoRig's prices are kind of jacked up. But yeah. Warn Gphobe not to crash the stream. If she crashes the stream, she's gonna be coming from that door, and she won't be on the stream on this side. So I think it's all good. She might be watching the stream now though. I think she got off work. Hey, what's up, Mr. Clyburn? Like TechFam's top supporter right there. Dude, there are so many good-looking CPU coolers for under 30 bucks. Like all these look amazing. I know looks isn't everything, but I'm sure they all perform at least better than the stock ones that come with Intel coolers. And maybe even the cheaper Wraith ones. I just want to see if there's anything that pops out as like, oh, this is a really fatty one right here. Let me take a look at CryoRig. Hopefully my tweet, oh, these prices. Okay. Yeah, so we're not getting CryoRig coolers anytime soon. I still have some in the closet, but I can't recommend them right now at these prices. Ew. Scythe does make some good stuff. I wonder if they're part of the sale. We got a 2200G. We looked at that for 80 bucks already. We've got all these AIOs for under 100 bucks. This one's 65 after mail and rebate. I think I used to have this. No, I used to have the H100i, which I think is a similar performing cooler. Okay, time for a poll in the chat right now. You guys a fan of AIO or like tower style coolers? Let me know what you guys' preferences are. I'm personally a fan of tower coolers, just because less points of failure, they're usually cheaper, less cables. My goodness, like cables for the pump, cables for RGB. I guess tower coolers can have RGB too. But just cables for the pump and controlling it and like the 2 fans, it's just a bit much for me. So I don't know if I'll ever go back to an AIO. We'll see. So we got AIO, tower, both, tower all the way, tower, tower. Some people just use a stock cooler, which is cool too. I actually like all of Ryzen stock coolers. When I'm doing cheap budget builds, I don't even use anything else because you already paid for it. Why not use the one that came with it? It's not loud and it performs decently well, and you can get like some pretty low overclocks on it, or some like average overclocks if you don't mind running a little bit hotter. 2400G for 99 bucks, so we saw that. AMD stock coolers are lit. They are now. They used to not be. I don't... Oh, actually, I have one on hand. Let me pull it out. Actually, the only AMD coolers that aren't lit, in my opinion, are these darn things, man. This right here. Like, I don't know why AMD didn't used to pay like another extra $1 or $2 to put a more like higher quality fan, but these things are super loud, and I just feel like they don't cool as well. So I recently bought some fans. I bought a value pack of Arctic fans, which I kind of like. I would replace this fan with this Arctic fan on top, and then get a lot quieter and better performance. If you look at the depth of these fan blades, they got quite an aggressive curve to them, so they're scooping way more air than this one. But that's my little rant about stock heat sinks. Let's see. But right now, so many companies are competing to try to get like really low priced all-in-one coolers. So as consumers, we're benefiting from that because they're driving the prices so low. Like if we went back to that page, like this 65 bucks, this was unheard of. Oh, can you not? Oh, here it is. Yeah, 65 bucks was kind of unheard of like a few years ago. I'm going to add this to the cart actually, because I know some people did it. Some people are going to want this, even though I personally don't want to use AIOs. Some people do, so I think it's a good deal if you do. Can I take a RGB? Oh yeah, let's look at some fans. I actually bought some fans recently too. I love like the cheap RGB fans that use the remote control. I just want to see how low the price is going to be pushed down, just because right now I just bought a kit. I just bought this easy DIY fab kit for $17. And it's a pack of 3, and it's the RGB ring fans, if I can get this thing open. But yeah, I bought this for 17 or 18 bucks. And it's got like, you know, oh, it's not a ring fan actually. The blades are what are RGB. But you know, it comes with the hub that you gotta do the whole remote thing with. So let's see what we can find during this sale. Fantastic sale. They don't support, so here's the thing about the cheap RGB fans. They typically don't support PWM, and they're usually constant speed. But if you can pick up a decent brand, that constant speed that they run won't be too loud, and it will provide adequate cooling. Yeah, most of these cheap ones, because they go through the hub, they have proprietary connectors. They don't go into the motherboard, and they're powered by like Molex or something. So you're pretty limited in terms of fan speed, but usually their noise levels are pretty decent. Okay, so let's see, fans and PC cooling. Yeah, Deep Cool makes PWM ones, but they're also like double the price of the cheapo ones. So it depends on what your budget is, right? If you're building like a $300 cheapo system that you're trying to flip on Craigslist and rip somebody off, you want to use the cheapest stuff that you can throw into it, right? But if you're building like a higher end system, then yeah, you're gonna go for like the big brands, Deep Cool, Cooler Master, Corsair, NZXT, and you're gonna get the fans that can connect to the motherboard. Okay, let's see. We got some Dark Flash, but we're gonna go by lowest price because that's what we do around here. I haven't accepted my RGB overlords. I've warmed up to RGB. I don't, as you see right here, my computer doesn't run in constant RGB rainbow flow mode. I like RGB for the flexibility of the color change. Like if I wanted to make my build fully orange or red, I like that RGB allows me to do that without having to swap the parts out. So I think in that respect, RGB is very useful if you don't want vomiting unicorn colors. Okay. Deep Cool RF 140, 140mm fan, 15 bucks a piece for a single fan. So it's the cheapest. Oh, here we go. IGO. Adjustable color. Is that like RGB adjustable? Or let's take a look at this. IGO fans, I've used these before. They're actually decently quiet. 4 fixed colors. No RGB on this one. But you can get most of the primary colors. I'm gonna add this to wish list just because I think it's ridiculous how cheap they can sell these fans for. Given that like there's 3 fans, there's a hub, there's a controller, and somehow they fit that under 20 bucks. Do you get to work on space shuttles or in your career in aeronautics? Okay, so I guess I'll start answering non-sale related questions as well. But no, I don't do any space stuff. I'm mostly on the aeronautics side, so airplanes. %67% air to tower to air. Okay, so you're 6733. Okay. What other cheap fans we have? We have these dark flash ones for 25 bucks. So these ones, so to get to the RGB stage, you need another 5 bucks or 6 bucks. Have you tried Asia Horse RGB fans? I've used Asia Horse fans, but not their RGB ones. Honestly, I think most of these fan companies use the same design. They just slap a different sticker on them. Or like there's like 3 to 4 common fan designs out there, and then there's like 20 companies that pick certain ones and slap their brand on it. So for the cheap stuff anyways. Hey JS, I do notice you. 11 times engineer, I see you. Okay, I've got some IGO white ring fans and they're pretty quiet. Yeah. Hey, G-Phobe is watching right now. Hello, I hope you're still watching and didn't just tune in for like 1 second to say hi. But she's watching from either like the kitchen or our room or something right now. Okay. So we got some fans. Oh, what is this cooler? I just want to take a look. Fan in the middle. What is this? Newegg editor tested, read review. Have you guys heard of this? How many heat pipes are there? 6 heat pipes. And that's quite a bit of fins. Like if you put them together, that looks like the thickness of like a H7 or something. So, oh, 90mm. Wait up, the fan seems a little small. 90mm. But it is only 25 bucks. So 90mm as opposed to commonly found 120mm. Okay. Huh. Oh man, I'm really curious of what this performance is. I'm gonna have to check this out. So that's how it looks in the system in terms of the size. So it's not super huge. Where are the temperature charts? If they have any, hopefully. There are none. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into this. I'm gonna add this to the wish list just because I'm actually really interested in this. Okay. Do I do glass pushes counts at work? No, I'm not just like glass push. Though I do it in my everyday life. Like whenever I see someone else glass push or whenever I do it, I kind of say it just to kind of bug my girlfriend and get on her nerves. Alright, so we've looked at the low end of coolers. I just want to see what the high end has to offer on this sale. Huh, sold out. Okay. Oh, this is so pretty. That looks really nice. How much was this going for? 140 after rebate. 360 millimeter, huh? Three 120s. This looks pretty sweet. Okay, so we... Corsair fans are popular apparently. Just sold out right here. Sold out at 90 bucks. That's 30 bucks a fan, but these are pretty high-end fans. Okay. Didn't even know Newegg did article reviews, says Oz. Yeah, I remember seeing a few of them, but I feel like that's a recent thing. I don't remember seeing them like way back a few years ago, or even, you know, beyond that. I'm more of a Noctua guy with fans. Okay, let's look up. Have they? I think they have two colors, right? Gray and brown. I know Noctua is like regarded as some of the best fans around, but that brown color scheme, man, I don't know if I could do it. I'm not. Let's see, brown theme PC build. Let's see what kind of build. Like a wooden PC build would look good with Noctua fans, but what other brown schemed builds have there been? Like this right here, boom. This is like Noctua's color scheme right here. But a lot of times people do orange or rust or something, so I guess it would look decent there. But not many people just go for a straight up all out brown that would match well with Noctua's iconic fans. Here we go. Yeah, so they do have these ones right here. Wait, I just want to look at all. So they do have these gray ones, which is what I was talking about. Then they're industrial. Okay. So it looks like they're never going to hop on the RGB market, huh? Or the train. Yeah, it's pretty limited. So you get brown or pretty neutral black color scheme. Black/gray. I'm curious if they ever will do RGB in the next, like, I don't know, however many years, or if they will stick to their roots. Okay. Was anyone trying to look for any other specific products? I'm gonna see if I can, let's see. What other categories can we look? Bare bones? Oh, let's look for cases. Have you done laptops? I do own a, I guess what you would call a gaming PC, and I do look at laptops a lot because I have a lot of friends and family that are really into kind of like portable gaming. So I do look in like the $600 laptop market quite a bit. Usually try to get like a GTX 1060. But I've done one laptop review which actually did pretty well. It was from I think it's a brand that's Newegg sells too, Electronics. Electronics has like blown up since, not because I did their review, but since I have done that review, they've gotten really popular. And they are popular for their build your own laptops where you can put in desktop CPUs. They're based on Clevo shells that they get overseas. So they bring them here, slap the brand on it, and let you configure it how you want. But yeah, I think that's like my kind of go-to types of laptops from here on out, so I can just kind of have a fully powered desktop CPU. Hey, what's up, Lee? Dude, Lee, if I missed you earlier, like if you said anything, because you said you have to bounce right now. If I missed you like this whole entire time, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure if you just popped in real quick or if you've been here for like an hour and I've been a bad friend and ignored you. Sorry. Can Hyper 212 Evo cool an i7 9700K? It could cool it. at... Would it even cool it at stock settings? Like if it boosts up pretty high, I'm not sure if that is adequate. Would have adequate cooling. I would have to look at what the actual TDP is at boost, even not overclocked. And then I forgot what the 212 is, but I'm thinking not. Okay, you just caught here. Whew. Okay. So let's look for some cases. I love me some cheap DIY PC cases. Here we go. We got this. I built in both of these. Not this one, but I built in this Rosewell case before. So Rosewell, if you guys didn't know, is Newegg's in-house brand, and they're usually pretty cheap. This one is like if you're trying to get a basic HTPC up and running at your house, or building a PC for your mom or grandma. Hello. She brought me food. Yes. You can come this close. The camera's pointing right here. You want to say hi and wave to stream at least? No? Okay, that's cool. But I'm still gonna be working. Thank you. How about water? Wait, is that for you or for me? Oh. I'm good. I can eat after the stream.
You don't want it?
Thank you. Love you. Okay, bye. Yeah, that was a dumpling. It was one of those Costco dumplings that they sell in the frozen aisle that you put dumpling sauce over. So good. So cheap too, compared to like going to a dumpling house. Okay. So this one I'm gonna add to the wish list just because, as much as like it's a pain to cable manage in some of these cases, once you get the build together and it's a pretty basic PC, it's so hard. Like, we're not gonna find any cases cheaper than this unless it has mail-in rebate, but I don't even think anything is gonna get that cheap. So this one's for, oh, and you can get a 10% off. So 10% off of 23 is $2.30. So this pushes it to also 20 bucks. I've never built in this case. I want to though. I might buy this. I might add this to the wish list. I want to build in this just so that I could give like an actual recommendation or push people away from it. I built in quite a few cheap cases, and usually my comment on them is, if you're a new builder, you're gonna like struggle. Any seasoned builder can build in these crappy cases and get it done, because we're used to, like, we know what order things have to go into, and we know how to tuck parts and things like that. It's just when new builders are trying to build on a really low budget, when we give them advice, we have to like highlight things like the cable management so that they're not pulling their hairs out and hating us after the fact. But let's see. Yes, Din Tai Fung is for the win, Coalition. Oh, so good. So expensive though. I think it works out to like over $1 a dumpling. And I could eat a lot of dumplings. Okay, so while we keep looking through the cases, Jeff's Tech is asking, what would you suggest for channel growth? I haven't been getting lots of growth lately. So one thing I've noticed with the whole YouTube scene, especially since I'm pretty close to the tech fam and, you know, we all watch each other's content and watch each other grow, is with YouTube, you're gonna get pretty, like, just like pretty constant growth at whatever rate it may be. It may be like super quick constant growth or like a low slope. But if you can get at least one video that has a super viral title and thumbnail, and YouTube's algorithm picks it up, you're gonna be launched into like thousands of subscribers. Every single one of us in the tech fam have experienced that. We had like low growth, and then one video just shoots us into the algorithm where YouTube starts recommending all your stuff regardless of what it is for a while, and that's where you're gonna see a ton of growth. So it's unfortunate that video quality isn't the only driver to growth on YouTube. There's such a big luck factor. where like you can have two people doing the exact same content and one can see way more growth than another. So all I have to say about that is make the content because you enjoy making it, and the growth and like ad revenue and all that stuff will come after the fact. Because if you can't enjoy doing it right now when you're not making any money, even after you do hit growth and popularity, there's always a downward, like, you know, people just move on eventually after a while. So I'm not even saying this right. Let me recollect my thoughts. You have to enjoy doing it no matter what. Because even though you do hit a rise, like with me, it's like some people are going to look at my channel and think like, wow, that's a ton of subscribers and he's doing really good. I could always drop off at any moment. And I think I did drop off when I took my 8-month hiatus. And at that point, I still pushed through and made videos because I enjoy doing it, right? So don't do it just because you want to be popular and you want people to watch your stuff. Do it because you actually enjoy it and you want to reach people, and it'll come, I promise, naturally. Okay, sorry, I was ranting there for a bit. Coalition every single, you'll get there, man. Trust me. I don't know what being in like the almost 10,000 subscriber mark is, but that's gotta be at least top 5% of YouTube, if not top 10%. So that's still a lot compared to the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of channels out there. So there's always gonna be someone doing better than you, and there's always gonna be someone doing a little worse than you. Try not to compare side by side too much and just work on your own growth. Hey, what's up, AJ from all the way in Huntsville? Let's see, case wise, oh man, there will be a build on my channel coming up soon with this case in it, and it's $5 off, so it's $35. So this is the version with non-adjustable RGB. Wait, is this the non-LED version? No. Go back. So this has RGB lighting. Come on, Matrix 55. Let's go. You're killing me here. I'm going to reopen it. So I will have a build using this coming up hopefully in the next week or two. This is probably my favorite tempered glass case under $40. Now, the thing you have to realize is it doesn't come with any fans. There's no front fans and there's no rear fans. Like, at least, usually most cases at least come with an exhaust fan. So this kind of gives you the option to buy whatever fan kit you want. You can buy cheap non-RGB fans from whatever brands like Arctic or like Rosewell or something, and this will be an overall cheap case. Or if you want to bling it out with like high-end fans, you can do that. I like how much space it has behind the motherboard tray. It has about an inch, a little bit over that. So my cable management was really clean doing it. They do have a version with a power supply shroud. I think it's if we click on the adjustable RGB one. Let's see how much this one's going for. Oh, so this one's $45. So for $10 more, you can. I'm gonna add both of these to the wish list. But add that here. I've used this one, but I think this one, because it has the adjustable RGB and the shroud, a lot of people are going to gravitate towards this one. But it would be really hard to beat this. That strip in the front too looks really nice. Like, I really like it. Because it gives you at least some color even if you don't add RGB fans to it. Why need fans when you could just have the Q300L? That's true too. Is that on sale during this right now? Q300L. $45. So it's not on sale particularly. Wait, what? Why is there two versions? One for $95 and we'll look at this one. So this is my case right now. And I like this case as well. It's not on sale, but I'll add it to the wish list in case anyone was interested, or if they want to keep an eye on it to see when it does go on sale. Okay, what else? Wait, the F1 sucks. Are you saying this one? Is this the F1? I'm not seeing that in the product name or description. I need to show love to micro ATX cases. I mean, my own build is in a micro ATX case. I'm not sure if there's any on sale here though. Master Box ATX mid. I remember when, so Bit Phoenix Nova. We're not seeing. Here's a micro ATX case from Dark Flash. Why does this look like the Fractal Design front with that kind of geometric design? Is this tempered glass? It is tempered glass with the hinge. So we just saw a bunch of Dark Flash cooling products, fans, and now this. I haven't been keeping my eye on this company. Have you guys been? It looks like they're on the come up, maybe, or maybe they're just kind of ripping off other companies. I don't know. I need to look into this more, but yeah, they ripped it off, right? I mean, it does look like the Fractal Design case. I mean, they probably. It's hard to say. You can only do so much with cases, right? I'm sure there are the big companies that have kind of similar, like, basic tempered glass cases as well. So I'm not going to accuse anyone of ripping off, but I'm saying I see similarities. And here's, okay, wait up. We're going to have a discussion. I'm going to add this to the wish list because I'm going to check this out after the fact. So we're talking about ripping off, right? But all those cheap RGB fans that we just looked at earlier and some of those cheap tower coolers, I mean, come on. Those look like the big brand stuff, except just marked down a ton. Except for the RGB fans, I guess. The design looks the same. It's just their controller hub, I guess, isn't ripped off because it's a lot lower quality. Because you can't control the fan speeds and stuff like that. But yeah, Nate, I agree with you. I'm not a fan of the look in the front of a lot of the Fractal cases. I just want like a simple front, man. Either with mesh or just like, but I want it to be flat. Even with Cooler Master, I kind of wish they didn't do this geometric pattern on here. Like, I kind of wish they just had this pattern all the way up. But what can you do? I love the handles that this case has, so that's why I'm using it. Sometimes you gotta settle with some features so you can get others. Okay, other cases. Okay, oh man, a lot of people have built with this case. So I've built a PC with this case before. It has some pretty bad reviews, but it comes with 4 fans that have different color modes. Does it have the picture down here? Here we go. This, if you care about aesthetics, aside from that DIY PC logo, I think this looks pretty good, and the fans look good. The only thing is that it is choked a little bit by airflow because I don't even see any side grills, and I think the only airflow was from the bottom down here. So if you're gonna build something in this, just make sure it's not too high end or you're not pushing high overclocks. Like, if you care about aesthetic and you're just running like like an i3-6100 or something low end that doesn't run warm anyways, then you can go for a case like this. It's so cheap. I mean, you're getting tempered glass on 2 panels, you're getting 4 included fans, and it's 50 bucks. It has pretty low reviews, but I'd probably give it like a 3.5, maybe 4 star, just based on the price. It can house a whole PC, and it looks pretty good. I'm gonna add this to the wish list in case anyone is interested. It's not a case that I would say turn back right now. It is horrible. It passes just because of the price. If something's cheap enough, you can go, I guess my saying is everything has its price. No product is usually just downright bad if the price is reflected accordingly, right? I guess try to name some products that are just downright bad, and I'll see if I could justify like a price for it. Okay, so we're going through the cases. The Fantex Eclipse P350X. Oh, this thing looks nice. I think I've seen people tweet this out. Okay, looks like we got some RGB light strips in the power supply shroud and the front. Any fans? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that one fan? I see a fan in this picture. I don't know if I believe it. Is it mentioned in the features? Fans. Wait up. What is this? Cooling front. One included. Okay, so it does come with one fan. And so this is $10 more than the deep cool one. It looks like it does have a little bit better cooling because the mesh on the side is a little bit bigger than Deep Cool's grills. And you have one fan already. Because of the way this front works, you don't necessarily need RGB fans because it's being covered anyways. So yeah, you can just stick some like plain Arctic fans or some Rosewell fans in here. I'm gonna add this to the list. I actually really like the look of this case. This case looks sexy. Agreed, Eric. Corsair cases and or fans. Horrible value. Yeah, see, so that's the thing, Nate. It's horrible value, but if you found it on sale or on clearance, you would pick it up, right? Because if you remove the price from it, just how can it just perform? Like, just if you look at that only. But I don't think I've only built in like one Corsair case, the 570X, and I did not give that good reviews because of how expensive it was, the tempered glass one. And I don't typically use Corsair fans just because they're pretty expensive. And you guys know me, I'm cheap as heck. Okay, so case prices are starting to go up to the $60 range now. Okay, let's see if we can find something that really sticks out. Actually, the Cooler Master. Where are those cases? Oh, Rosewell has these cases. If you want a cube. This is similar to what I had before. Kind of like a cube tempered glass case. Looks kind of like the Lee cube tempered glass case. Let's see. FANTASTECH Eclipse P400 with another $10 off and a rebate. So that brings this to $55 after mail-in rebate and a promo code. So does this come with any fans? It does look like it comes with a rear fan. Yes, it comes with 2 fans. So that saves you like, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks depending on how much you usually buy fans for. I'll add this to the list. I like the look of this FANTASTECH P400. This dark flash case looks actually pretty cool. Yeah, okay, let's see. Rosewell Prism S-Black supports 6 fans, come with 4. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at that real quick because Kay is asking. Crap. I just copied and pasted his whole message. Okay, so we're gonna delete that. Rosewell Prism S Black. Ooh, is this what you're talking about? Okay. So, oh, here we go. So this is $64. Let's look at the. So it looks like it has a top-mounted power supply shroud. It's got grommeted cable holes, SSD mounted on the. I guess you can do front or back side. And it has feet, so it stands up decently from your whatever surface you put this on. So there's plenty of breathability, and you can put fans facing downwards. Angular front. So for what, $64? And it comes with an exhaust fan already. I wouldn't have any issues if anyone picked this up. I'm not gonna turn you away from it. Especially if you don't care about RGB. any of the other deep cool or like FANTASTECH cases that we looked at. If you don't care about RGB, then something like this is pretty simple. I'm just trying to figure out the front. Like, how much room does it have? Like, where's the air coming from besides from... Is it just the bottom? It doesn't look like air comes from the front of this. Let me look at the diagram. Yeah, so it looks like the flow path is from the bottom to the back. I guess there's no issues with that, really. That's not much room for exhaust, though. Like, usually with cases, you have the whole front, you can intake air, and then you could exhaust, like, down, back, or up. This one, it's just, like, 3 fans on the bottom, so you're gonna have, like, positive pressure. But it's pretty cheap, 65 bucks. I can't really knock it. This isn't good for if you put your computers on carpeted floor, so if you're doing that, I would not suggest this case. Yeah, because all the okay, let me think about this more. All of your intake is coming from the floor, and whatever distance that is standing from the ground, air is gonna have to turn before it gets into the case. So it does have quite a bit of reviews. I'm not sure if anyone has tested the airflow, like if Gamers Nexus looked at this. Probably not. I think for the most part, unless you're doing like some crazy high-end build, you'll be fine. So yeah, I would say go for it if this is the design and style that you like. If not, take a look at some of the other ones I added to the wish list and go for that. Okay, well, pretty cheap considering it's like tempered glass and it actually looks pretty high-end. Obviously, it's not pretty cheap compared to like the DIY PC cases, which are made with partially plastic, right? But this one has like a shroud. It has grommeted holes for the cables and stuff. So this case though, 80 bucks. I kind of like the look of it, even though it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a doorway to RGB heaven or something. Okay. So it's again this Dark Flash brand that I'm so curious about because they're just like popping up. How many fans does this thing come with? Built-in, so it has the RGB strip, I see that. How many fans? And it has a pre-installed exhaust RGB fan. This is gonna be a very subjective. Oh wait, no. Yeah, so this is pretty subjective. I actually think this looks pretty cool, but I can see people saying this is like super ugly. This little hexagon shaped design in the front here. All right, so man, Dark Flash with all the items on sale right now. Dark Flash again. I'm curious. We have 200 people watching the stream right now. Does anyone have a Dark Flash case? If so, please sound off in the chat. Yeah, I'm curious. Who has bought this and what your experience is, or like from this brand and what your experience is? Yeah, never heard of them. See, so might have to buy one of these or hit them up and feature it in a build to see what it's all about. We've been seeing a lot of FSP cases as well. They're pretty standard looking, like this is just a basic tempered glass kind of box shaped case. 99 seems a bit much, but if they're all RGB fans, then fans are worth like what, 30 bucks. Thermal take. I like these short fat cases. That's what my case is right now. I just like shorter micro towers that are kind of like wider. Burning question for gamers: does enhanced sync make up for not having a FreeSync monitor? I haven't played around with that. Why can't we get NZXT S340 anymore? You mean like they're not on sale or they're just not in stock? Oh my good. Oh. Wait up. Wait up. So what's the cheapest NZXT case? 74 bucks, H500. Where do I have to go to look for S340? If they even... S340 right here. Out of stock, yep. Okay, so it doesn't look like on eBay. Oh, 24 bucks on eBay. Whoa. With 70 bucks shipping. Okay. Haven't they replaced any of the products that have gone out of stock? Haven't they replaced it with an equivalent or similar? I'm not too familiar with all the exact features of the S340, but is that not seen in their newer like H500 or H500i or H200? Yeah, so NZXT cases are a little bit pricier, but the streamers love them. But wait, but it's 50% more? Wait, what do you mean? How much was the S340 back then? I'm seeing this is 75 or I guess 80 after shipping. How much was... Okay. So we've been going for an hour and a half now. I just want to say thank you again for everyone who's attending, and thank you to Newegg for working with me on this stream, for partnering up with me on this. I think let's look at the wish list. We put together a pretty big wish list. Or I feel like we did anyways. Again, come on, why is it not logged in? It's killing me right now. This is why I go to incognito mode. Okay. So we got some cases here. Oh my goodness, we added like a lot of cases. CPU coolers, some fans, power supplies, RAM, SSDs. We only had one graphics card. Maybe we should start looking at graphics cards. But let me know if you guys want to look at anything specifically. Oh, thank goodness. My personal information didn't show on screen because I was on the different window. Let's see. So let's look at graphics cards. Because we looked at CPUs, we did not look at desktop graphics cards. Alright, so we can get a 8400 GS for 55 bucks. Let's take a look at this beast. Just kidding. Okay, so yeah, that power color one we looked at was the cheapest, like best price performance card. I'm thinking after 10 bucks off, it comes out to 120 bucks. We do have the 1650, so it'll be 130. It's a gigabyte. I think I would still recommend the 570. Let's see if we can find anything higher end. Here's the RX 580, 8 gigabytes for 175 after promo. Is their Pulse one? Oh, that is a sweet looking backplate. But 175 is a hard... Man, that's... With how much is in the used market right now, you can find them for like 120-ish. But you don't get like the warranty and you don't get this sweet backplate. So, is there any other graphics cards? Don't get this 570 for 209 bucks. 1050 Ti's are... I mean, this price looks like it's pretty much phased out if it's not being updated accordingly to its performance. Yeah, 590 is a little bit more. We're going to probably run into a 590 soon. Wow, wait. This is the FANTASTECH, right? Going by graphics cards. It looks like there's not that many graphics cards on sale during the sale. On sale during this event, because if you sort by lowest price, you already hit after the first row basically $200. Now I'm not saying that anything past this is not a good deal, but we're gonna have to look pretty carefully, because I'm not gonna recommend a 1660 Ti for $300 or $275, but maybe some of the higher end stuff. Like, I've seen the 2070 for lower than, what is this, 480? Yeah, before this, so it looks like the high-end cards, there's not much, and then we're already in the $1,000 price range here. Yeah, so there's no, I'm not seeing any AMD cards during this sale, but they might just be regularly priced. So let's take a look at those. Here we go. I think we're going to be looking at MSRP for the most part. So yeah, $350 for the 5700. Pretty much all the reference models. You guys know the reference models and how they move and displace air, right? So reference cards are actually really good for small cases because it's another outlet for moving air. But for most people's cases, they're like, if you're using a micro or bigger tower, usually these are not worth it. They just, in terms of like cooling capability and how loud they are, I'm curious if they actually improve their fan technology. I think eventually at some point, these reference style cooler or blower style coolers will become like quiet and very efficient if they can improve like the fan fins or something like that. But I'm not sure if we're there yet. So, does anyone in the chat actually have the new 5700 or 5700 XT? I'm pretty curious what you guys are working with. Like, do you have that or NVIDIA's Supers? Like, is anyone rocking like the latest and greatest graphics card line? I'm still sitting on a 1070. I'm not sure when I'm going to upgrade. The 1070 for my uses, I'm still at 1080p ultra wide. That works fine. Tech Teardown with the 2080 Ti. Man. Baller. Nice, man. You probably... Well, I'm curious. Are you going to keep that up for the next, like, 3 years? Because what some people do is they buy the highest end hardware, right? But you're a PC tech channel, so you're probably going to upgrade when the newer thing comes out. You're not going to wait, like, 5 years until that becomes super obsolete. So... Coalition's got an RTX Super. We got RX 590. Let's see. 10 gigabyte, or no, 3 gigabyte 1060. 2060 normal. Pretty sad about the Supers. Yeah, the Supers came out super soon after the non-Supers did. That kind, I don't know. That kind of feels like, as a consumer, you're a bit shafted if you did buy into... It hasn't even been a year. But that's what tech is... that's the rate tech is improving, I guess. Or the rate they're releasing it at. Okay. So we're at about an hour and 45 minutes of the stream. I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up now because I do have to eat dinner and hang out with the missus or the Ms. because we're not married yet. But if anyone has any just last minute questions or want to look at any of these last minute deals, feel free. I'm not sure if Newegg is still in the chat, but I want to say thank you again for shouting me out on this stream and partnering with me on this, and thank you for everyone who's stayed around since the whole stream, because I see some people commenting that have been around since over an hour and a half ago. So thanks for sticking around and hanging out. It means a lot, especially since I haven't streamed for, I feel like, almost a year now. Well, no, I did the squatting stream, but that was like half a year ago. That was in December. So So AMD so George had a question about the promontory motherboards. That's actually a good question that I'm not completely sure of. I don't know what the I hate that word. Promontory AM4. Oh, here we go. Do they use the word promontory on here? Is that like just the very basic one? Nope, I cannot find it in here. But usually the promontory boards are kind of, they're more basic. They're just like plain color schemes and just like decent VRMs and not like a huge feature list. That's usually what I use for like my lower budget builds, just because they can be found at like 50 to 60 bucks. But in terms of all the technical specs, I would have to look into that a little bit more. What's do you think that a RTX 2080 and a 3700X is worth it? You mean like, is that a good pairing? I would say yes, that's a good pairing. But when you say worth it, it makes it sound like you're gonna follow up with a price, like you're gonna ask for this amount of money. Let's see. Alexander, why are you putting random numbers and saying views in the chat? Is this a meme that I don't get because I'm not a streamer, or I'm just not woke enough? Hey, you're welcome, Nate, and thanks for being here. Thanks for moderating, and thanks for answering people's questions, because I'm sure I missed stuff, so thanks for helping out as well. As with everybody else who has helped out, the thing about some of these streams is that there's too many questions, or like I can't multitask that well. So having people in the chat that are a part of the community that can give reputable answers, that's super helpful. So I am very grateful for you guys who are here helping each other out. So we're all a loving community in the PC Master Race, and everyone should help each other out. Am I hyped for the Area 51 raid? Man, it's too far away from me. I can't get there, but I will support it by watching it online if people stream it. Let's see, anything else? Do I know a generic tower cooler? Wait, a generic tower cooler? You mean just like a 212 from like one of the brands, right? Not a stock cooler is better than putting 120 millimeter radiators aren't always better than just like a standard tower cooler. What it does is that it gives you more RAM clearance, and it changes your cooling, I guess, configuration, because now depending on if you put it at the intake or outtake, the either warm or cool air is gonna go through it, right? So it's hard to say if it's better or worse. It depends on your case and what your use case is, but I would say in most situations, a tower cooler that comes in at like half the cost of a 120 millimeter radiator can perform just the same. Let's see, LTX hype. Oh man, I just realized. Okay, so some announcements since we're just chilling here anyways. I will be going to LTX 2019 with Coalition Gaming, Aussie Talks Hardware, and Christopher Yee. We're gonna be doing some collaborations there, so we will be releasing content that is LTX related. So really excited about that. Let me pull it up actually. So LTX 2019, if you guys don't know what this is Linus's Linus Media Group's convention. I forgot what year they started it. I think it was like 2017. It started off as like what looked like a parking lot carnival, but now they've rented out like, you know, a full what's it called, convention center. They're doing the dream hack, like bring your own PC, everything. So yeah, so I'll be going to this not this weekend, but next weekend. So I'm really excited to meet some of the other tech fam in person, as well as meeting, I don't know, is anyone going to LTX in the chat right now? I'm not sure if I have any Canadian viewers or people flying in going to LTX, but that'd be pretty cool to meet viewers. I know I'm not like the biggest channel, so, and LTX is kind of like tucked up in Vancouver, Canada, so maybe like, I don't know how many people can actually go to it from across the country. But if I do see any of you here, please stop me and say hi. Yeah, I am sure I am just as shy as you guys are, probably. Like when I meet people in real life, I am more shy than they are at meeting me. So it would just be cool to see some of the fans and viewers in real life. So, oh sweet, Xavier's gonna be there. Nice. Oh, activities. Thank you. Activities and map. So they have a bunch of featured creators going, which is awesome because it'll give me a chance to meet some of the bigger channels too that I look up to. So here's the list of featured creators. They picked a random picture for all of us. So I think Oz got the best one. His blue steel face. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not shy while I'm streaming because I planned for this, right? And I'm not actually face to face with people, but when people have come up to me like at the grocery store randomly, I'm like just caught off guard. I look like a scrub. My hair's messed up. I probably didn't brush my teeth yet that morning, and I'm in sweats. I'm super caught off guard. So at LTX, hopefully, because I'm preparing for it, I won't be such a noob in a scrub. So yeah, the mental game right here. You just gotta prepare for it. Yeah, so who's the biggest channel here aside from we know Linus is the biggest, but did they sort this by size? No, because Ozzy has more than me and Chris, so I think this is just randomly added. But would Jay be the next biggest one? He's like at 2 point something, right? Austin Evans. Austin, how much PC content does he do these days? I know he does more of like just general tech, phones and things like that, but it would be interesting to meet him and have like a conversation with him since he's not directly in like the PC focused tech scene. I think, let's see, so Jay's PC focused, Austin is not, Gamers Nexus is, Stranger Parts is, Bitwit. Jerry is actually from Washington. I've seen him at PAX multiple times. So it looks like Low Spec Gamer is more on the gaming benchmarks side, but it's still more PC. Yeah, so I think Austin is the only, like, if you were to kind of categorize it, like, general tech YouTuber that's going to be attending. More on, you know, on par or along the lines of Marquez Brownlee and stuff. I wish Marquez was coming. I want to meet him so badly. Yeah, Austin does like every once in a while he does like a really cheap PC build or like a build guide, but he doesn't do too many of them. So oh, Zach's Tech Turf is streaming. I'm sorry if I just clapped super loudly. Okay. Zach's Tech Turf. So let me get his. We're gonna go over to Zach's Tech Turf's channel, and we're gonna go to his live stream. Oh, look at that! If you guys could raid Zach right now, because I am gonna end the stream. He's got 40 people watching right now, but if you guys could raid him as we log off for the stream now, that would be awesome, and you guys would make my day. I'm gonna wrap up the stream now though. We've been going for 2 hours. Thanks again, Newegg. Thanks again, all the moderators, all the other content creators who came out. And of course, the viewers for watching the stream and supporting. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. And I'm so glad that I had a chance to do this. So, without further ado, I'm going to get ready to hit the stop streaming button. But you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. Hopefully you guys got some good products on sale. There was a bunch of them. So, yeah. Take care, everyone. And I will see you in the comments of this video as well as in the next upload. Bye.